welcome to Perspectives, where we interview leaders here at Nationwide. I'm Anna Jackson. Today we're talking about corporate strategy. Joining me is Matt Jockis, our Chief Strategy Officer. Matt, thanks for being here.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
So corporate strategies evolve as business strategies evolve. Can you talk to us about how our corporate strategy has evolved to where it is today?
You know, the evolution of our corporate strategy is really back to our roots. We were founded by a group of Ohio farmers who came together to do as a group what they could not do individually, which was to protect their members. Started off with auto insurance, it moved to home insurance, farm insurance, and life insurance. And that was really our business for about 50 years. We, throughout our company's history, our strategy has evolved into financial businesses, and we've owned radio stations, we've been into a wide variety of things. But really, over the last 10 years or so, we have pursued a financial journey on financial strength as the North Star. And 2 or 3 years ago, we changed the focus from a financial as the number one goal and said, let's keep that, but let's change to a customer-centric journey. That's the journey we're on right now. And so this evolution is really back to our roots because, after all, we were founded to serve the needs of these agricultural customers, and now we've changed the term to members, and that's really the centerpiece of our strategy today.
So briefly, what is our strategy today? Is there a catchphrase for what it is?
There's a catchphrase. If I only had a few words, I would say it's really about customer advocacy at a competitive price. The customer advocacy part is really about this differentiated customer experience, the best in the industry. And that differentiated level of customer experience is really seen through the eyes of the customer. And so what I mean by that is it might look a little bit different in Nationwide Insurance versus Nationwide Financial or Scottsdale or Allied, but the golden thread or the unifying theme is a level of customer advocacy unmatched in our industry, and the critical piece of that is at a competitive price. So we are not a high price, nor are we going to be the lowest. We will be within a competitive zone, but within that range, we will provide the absolute best experience for our customers of anyone in any industry where we compete.
Talk to me about why it's important for associates to care about what our corporate strategy is.
You know, at one level, the strategy is where you turn when you find yourself asking questions like, well, why are we in business in the first place? And what are we trying to accomplish? And if we actually accomplish those goals, to whom should the value that we create accrue? So at one level you ask almost identity type questions, and the corporate strategy will tell you the answers. You know, we're in business to serve these members, and the value we create thereby should accrue back to the membership.
I've heard talk about the new mutual.
Yes.
Exactly what is that, and how is it different from, I guess, the old mutual, you would say?
You know, the first comment I'd like to make is my remarks should not be taken to apply to how we will message in the external market. This is more about answering your question to us, Nationwide Associates, and our distribution partners. In that context, most of us have heard the word mutual. And you typically come up with 2 different connotations in your mind. The first group are positive. They're things like financial strength and security and membership focused. But you know, the truth be told, the other connotations are not fully positive. They are things like, you know, maybe we might be slower to change than some of our public competitors, or maybe we might be high cost. So the purpose of the new mutual is to say, keep the positive aspects, which is financial strength and security and a membership focus. And the word new is meant to connote a high-performing organization. Because you think about it, we ought to spend our members' money as if it were our own, because it is. We're all customers, and these are our members, and we don't have stockholders. So combining a high-performance orientation is the new part, with security and member focus is the mutual part.
As we talk about a member focus, is that different from saying customer or policyholder? Which term should we be using and why?
You know, yes and no. A really, really important tenet of this strategy is that every customer of the Nationwide enterprise is valued equally. So earlier you asked me about our strategy, and I said it was a differentiating level of customer advocacy at a competitive price. That promise is made to all of our customers. And it is critical that we deliver on that promise. We make very serious promises to protect people's homes and cars and retirements, and in the event of a passing, we protect families' financial security. That's a noble purpose, and it is not viewed differently for any customer. The purpose of the word member is, at the end of the quarter or at the end of the year, after pursuing that strategy and serving these customers, we have money above that which we need to invest in our businesses. So we have returns. And the notion of the word member is, these are the customers who funded all of the growth in our company. They funded the businesses, and it is to those customers, called members, that the benefits would accrue. So we use the word dividends. NF used to pay dividends when it was public, and it's precisely this idea that these financial businesses pursue excellent strategies of their own right. They do a great job serving their customers, and the money that they earn above what they need for their strategies is returned to the members, which are more the auto, the home, the life, the farm businesses.
When you say the money is returned, so that's a benefit of a membership, but what do you mean, because we don't pay out dividend checks necessarily?
Correct. We have looked into that. Never say never. Our plan is not to actually pay dividends. One of the biggest reasons why is our customers on the member side have told us that, the truth is they kind of get the game where if you're paying dividends, you might have charged them more than you needed to in the first place. And in fact, what they would rather have is features like, for example, two of the most valued features in an auto policy is accident forgiveness. So if I get in a wreck, you won't raise my premiums, or vanishing deductible. If I give you business and each year I go without an accident, my deductible goes down to zero. Think about how powerful it is to be a member. And if you've been a member of Nationwide for, say, 5 years without an accident and suddenly you have one, the company says, you know what, you're a member. We're not going to change your premiums. We're not even going to charge you a deductible. We're just going to take care of you and make it go away. What we found is that is far more valuable to customers because they see those benefits tied to the promises we're making them. And that is a good example of the form these dividends will take.
Mm-hmm. Steve Rasmussen talks a lot about everybody sells.
Yes.
Now, should we be focused more on the selling aspect of things or on the customer experience?
I do not view those two as at odds with one another. And what I mean by that is the customer experience, as we talked about, is the means in which we differentiate ourselves in the marketplace. And what we want is our customers to say, this is the best experience. Why would I want to go anywhere else? Now, as we've talked, we're not a public company, we're a mutual company. So growth in the sense of a mutual company is not for some type of a public company driven or Wall Street driven need. Growth is in the sense of spreading our mission. And what I mean by that is if you truly internalize being a member-focused organization who has a noble promise to its members, and it differentiates via a superior customer experience, selling is the name given to the act of spreading your mission. And so selling is actually what you would want to do if you believe we provide a superior experience. You would want more people to have it. You want more people to be covered by Nationwide. So not only is it not at odds, it is actually the behavior you would expect if you believe in the mission.
So what is the role that our associates play in corporate strategy and spreading the mission? How can they be brand ambassadors?
The best way to be brand ambassadors is to talk to your managers about this strategy. Earlier in our discussion, I said, one of the strengths of this strategy is that it provides the role and the meaning for each of the broad businesses that we do within Nationwide. We have personal protection businesses, auto and home. We have commercial protection businesses across farms and agribusiness, but also small businesses. We have personal investing businesses, annuities and life insurance, and we have retirement plans businesses. We have better health. So to try to, in an overall corporate discussion, detail what everyone needs to do would be too restrictive. That question is exactly what I'd like the associates to ask their managers. And we're enabling the managers to answer those questions for those business units or those brands, because a brand is a promise to a coherent group of customers, And that is the aspect right there where we need to make these promises come to life, and the managers of those businesses are the best people to talk to. I would actually encourage them to have those discussions with their associates starting this fall and going into next year.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. We've learned a lot today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Be sure to check out all of our Perspectives interviews. Our new video player gives you easy access to past episodes. You can find the link to Perspectives on the left-hand side of the Inside homepage. Thank you for watching.